I just level up the stage. Go! Levier.
All right, I'm here. All right, welcome to the What's Your Question podcast. I'm on the hunt for the most powerful questions that'll give me the most powerful changes in my life and the lives of others. So what's your question?
I got champion DNA. Turn my worries into plays. I don't fold, I'm not a pig. I just level up the stage. I got champion DNA.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to another week of What's Your Question podcast, where I'm on the hunt for the most powerful questions to give me the most powerful answers that help me in my life and the lives of others. And guess what? I'm going to be the guinea pig. Yeah. And man, you know, I can't wait. I couldn't wait to this week. This week has been a culmination of anticipation. Now, last week, first of all, this week's question, this is going to be the theme going forward. This has always been a theme, but I just put words to it, man. I just put words to it, okay? Now, and I hinted on it last week. Now it's this week. Here you go. First of all, we're going to recap last week. Last week's question was, how can I make my best path the path of least resistance? Now, we still ain't done with that. Even though I did that question last week, that question was absolutely awesome because it just didn't match up. So this week, what I was doing and working that in, I always ask myself, this is what I was asking myself, how could I implement this into my week? So I've been doing my morning visualizations. That was one of the ways I could make my best path, the path of least resistance, is envisioning me doing the best path. Not just envisioning the outcome, but also going through the steps. I would have another guy say, the people that visualize the steps versus the person that's just celebrating, adding the steps of visualization, me doing it, man, it increases the outcome of it happening. So that's what I was doing, trying to make my best path the path of least resistance. Also, too, what I did last week was doing my job, right? It's planning, right? And then another question came up out of that. And I'm gonna have to dive in deeper, but I looked at it on the surface. Because one of the ways I can make, because normally the path of least resistance is ease, shortcuts, being lazy, right? So I had to ask myself, right? Okay, if I want to make my best path the path of least resistance, why do I tend to go in certain situations, right? Do I tend to go to the path of least resistance? What attracted me over there? What's attractive about it? Then I want to take what's attractive about it and put that on my best path. It's like this, man. It's like an air freshener, right? It's like an air freshener. That's what it's like. Because guess what? My best path may be grueling, hard, and tough and stinking, right? But the path of least resistance, all daisies, roses, strawberries. So now all I gotta do is get that fragrance and spray it over here. And then now I should be somewhat attracted to the best path. A little trickery. I know, it's a little trickery, but it works. It works. That best path is becoming easier. Because another thing about the path that I was noticing about the path of least resistance, that it didn't require a lot of energy, right? So I had to think, okay, I know I got to get this done. I had to convince myself that in the long run, I'm going to spend less energy on this best path, because when I take the path of least resistance, I start taking shortcuts. I have to come back and redo stuff. It's going to cost me even more money, even more time, and be even harder for a longer period of time if I had just done it right the first time. You see what I'm saying? So that was last week's question. And then I posed it to my daughter. Of course, my daughter's a chopper, right? She's on the front line. Everybody type A personality. You gotta have people like that. People that just gonna get the ball going, grab the ball. Let's get it going. Let's just get it going. Look, we ain't got time to waste. We're gonna get it going. It's what we're gonna do. So this next question, now that right there didn't even match up. Me and her, we was bouncing off each other. finding ways where it was true. Because all I really had to do is find one spot where it was true. And then, just like everything else is built, once you can do it one time, now I know it can be done. Now all I got to do is scale it, get it bigger. So this is a new question. Ain't even a question, baby. This ain't a question. This is rhetorical. This is a rhetorical question. Meaning once you hear the question, I mean, it's the truth, but it don't sound like the truth. And y'all gonna want to buck against it. I want to hear the comments. I want to hear the comments. But from here on out, on this one question, I wanna challenge. Now we're not talking life and death, okay? We're not gonna be talking taking to the streams like this, but just our everyday life. Everyday life. Okay, let's recap from last week. This week's question. Man, I've been waiting. Man, this is it, baby. This is it. Hey, I'm telling you, man, as these questions go on, there's like 16 questions in, man. I got 52 questions. I'm 16 questions in. I already seeing results, baby. You see what I'm saying? And we going on. It's like this one thing, man. Once you walk through the door, right? Once you get a peek in, this is what the guy told me. As you start moving up the ladder, things that used to be hard become easier. And it's gonna come right here. Here you go. Here you go. Without further ado, I'd like to welcome to the stage this week's question. And this week's question is soft the new hard? I think it is. I think soft is the new hard. Well, we've been going hard, we gotta go soft. And this is where now we're gonna dive into this thing. But check it out, right? If you watching me right now, which I know you is, or listening to me, then you are using a phone, some type of computer system. But if you break it down, man, the computer system comprised of two major components. The physical is the hardware, and the intangible, what runs the physical, is the software. Huh? Soft is the new hard. Because here's the deal. You got an iPhone. If you ain't got an iPhone, you got Android. The hardware is still hard. It's still the same hardware. But you know that over time, there are new updates. There's new fixes, updates. Hey, they want to update. Hey, we got to download the new update. Download new OS 19 or whatever that is. And what that does is, staying with me, y'all gonna come around. Soft is the new hard because when that new update come out, now if it's done right, the software that came out, soft, put inside the new hard, right? Now the new hard is harder. Nothing changed with the hardware. It's still the same phone, but me upgrading the software make the hardware even harder. Yes. You see what I'm saying? Okay. But see, this is what we upload. With these questions, we changing the software. I'm changing the software here to make this hardware run even harder. Mm, mm, man. Here you go. Okay, let's get into it. Okay. It's soft the new hard. It's really about is it really about softness? It's really about redefining power. The anatomy. At the surface, it contains two opposites, hard and soft. We already went through that. But underneath, it's doing something more advanced. We know it's doing something more advanced. We're going to challenge this. Soft is the new hard. Okay. Most people are conditioned like this. Physical, right? Then what trumps physical is going to be mental, right? Then what trumps mental is going to be spiritual, highest level, right? Now, all this now, while we on the planet, now we working in this physical. So we working in the hard right here, which is physical, which is force versus flow, which is effort versus intelligence. Because everything that was made, guess what? Started up here. And then it moved from here to make it tangible. Okay, if this created this, then what's more powerful? It's got to be this, right? We know that, right? So we got to go solve. So we're going to go up in here, not working. You heard the phrase. I'm going to stop working harder. I'm going to start working smarter. Because people that's working smarter, they get 10 times, 50 times, 100 times more things done accomplish than the people that just work hard. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, you still work hard to get smart. Guess what I'm saying? Now, listen. Check this out, right? The question reverses that spiritual, mental, and physical alignment, strategy, action, ease, precision, and results. Ease, precision, and results. So the real question becomes, is mastery no longer about pushing harder, but about becoming so aligned that less force produce more outcome? Leverage. Remember the one thing, leverage. We get leverage. So now, as I'm on the hunt for this leverage, now I don't have to, man, you know my boy Tim Ferriss? I know y'all know Tim Ferriss, right? 4-hour work week. Now, is that leverage? Is that going soft and go hard? He went soft 4 hours and went harder? That's what I'm saying. Man, this is it. This is it. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, we get soft. Everybody gets soft, man. Let's get soft, man. But see, we've been tricked that soft ain't hard. We've been tricked to forget about soft and go all hard. Man, and we've been stuck. We've been bamboozled. You know what I'm saying? You ever watch The Matrix? Man, we're going to get into that too. We got questions about that. We're going to have about 4, 5, 6 questions about that as well too. So that's going to be in the questions as well. Okay, it collapses wasted effort. Instead of asking, how do I push hard, I ask, when am I using force where intelligence will work better? Maybe it's an argument or something. Because I mean, in my job or something like that, man, I was gonna go hard in certain areas. I was gonna go hard, and I said, you know what, man, I'm gonna go soft, meaning that I'm gonna get soft with my listening. This is going soft when I'm interacting with people. I'm gonna go soft and listen, really listen. You know, not just to try to find a way to, but just kind of understand their point of view. Because you know I can do that now with them other questions. Them other questions, I'm built up on the inside. I ain't worried about, man, losing my identity or something. Oh, they gonna sway me or something. No, man, because I got this strength. I got this solid rock on the inside. So now I can listen openly and understand the point of view. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, this is it. This is it right here. It's alone eliminates friction at work, relationship, health, all that stuff. All that stuff. I was listening to this guy the other day, and he was saying we have to master salesmanship. This was on I don't think it was Jay Shetty. This guy's going blind, right? He's gonna be blind. He's pretty much blind now. He only got a little bit of peripheral vision, but he may be the first blind guy with $1 billion company. He's still operating. He knew that it was coming. So you know what he did? This guy said, man, since I'm going blind, normally people go hard with they because they can see and attack stuff, right? He said, since I know that I'm going blind, I'm gonna go soft. Guess what he did? He went to school because most time you say my folks had it when they went blind. They was normally they didn't have a means of making income, so normally they was poor, they was needy, they was weak. You see what I'm saying? Not weak in spirit, but in liberty and money. So he said, I know this is coming. What can I do? Because he was an all-star athlete. He was going hard. He said, man, I was going to go to the pros. I was so hard. He said, I was going to go to the pros. Then he said, in baseball, he said, I tried to catch it. He said, I was praying. He said, I was being selfish. My ego was there. He said, I shouldn't have been out. I was team captain. He said, he shouldn't have been out there in the outfield. Said he was praying that the ball didn't get hit to him. Guess what? This guy, hey, man, when you start doing that, bro, it's all connected, man. He was hoping, but it came anyway. He said he scored 3 runs and lost the game, man. So he said, man, look, this going hard ain't gonna do it. I'm about to go soft. So he said he went to law school. He went soft, went to law school, started a law firm. But he went hard with the softness. You see what I'm saying? Now that softness, when he went soft, he even harder than when he was. Not, man, his name is Callie. So you can look him up on the internet, Callie. So we're going to be out there, all right? It upgrades your identity. People who rely on hard, the grind, the react, to prove. People who operate on soft is to choose, to respond, to know. The question shifts me from performer to strategist to orchestrator. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Now, hey, what did Jesus do, right? Everybody say Jesus went hard. A lot of times people say Jesus went hard. Jesus went hard. I'm just looking. Jesus went hard, man. Like physically hard when he was turning over the money, the tables of the money changing stuff like that. But all the other stuff that was just raw power. That's just physical power. But his true power, the real upgraded power, was soft. Go back and look at it. Go back and look. It was straight soft, man. He said, turn the other cheek, man. He wouldn't even say nothing. He said, man, I ain't even got to say that. He said, don't you know I could just say something, man, and call down legions of angels to come down here and wipe y'all all out? Man, that's going soft. He said, I could just call with the word. With a word. That's soft. Yeah. Even back with Moses. Me and my daughter talking about this. She said, Dad, because she's her identity is hard, right? And I was telling you, you need to go soft. She said, well, proved in the scripture. I said, it's right there. Right there. Moses came out, man. Said, you can't enter the promised land because I told you to speak to the rock and you struck the rock. Moses went hard on the rock to get water out of it. And God was trying to tell him to go soft on the rock, the voice, because to get to this next level, you gotta be soft. Hard ain't gonna get it like that. You gotta go soft. And then you can go hard. My hard becomes harder. It exposes invisible resistance. Am I forcing this? Am I out of alignment? Is there a simpler path that I'm ignoring because my ego in the way that I can't see it? Okay, here go the progression from physical. Push through it. Effort equals success. Grind mindset. I like a grind mindset. Man, I like it. And I get on that elliptical, man. I'm gonna grind it out. I still want to grind it out in the physical because it's still in we're not getting rid of the grind. We're not getting rid of it. I'm not saying go totally soft, just lay there, right? I'm not saying you just laying there. We just getting smarter. That's what I'm saying. Okay, we're gonna push through it. Level 2, mental, smart. See, physical is hard. Mental is smart hard. I'm gonna work smarter instead of harder. I'm gonna use strategy, optimization. I'm gonna build systems. Then we go to the spiritual, which is soft power, time and awareness, alignment with what's true, effortless and effectiveness. Soft doesn't mean weak, mean minimal force, maximum impact. And that's what we want, man. That's what we want our lives. Minimal force, maximum impact. Like a skilled fighter who barely moves but wins. Y'all seen it. Y'all seen it, man. Y'all seen these guys, man. These high level athletes, but I was looking at the martial arts stuff. This guy he just took a punch and then just went through a sheet of paper like that. But we go in brute force. It ain't that. It's about precision. It's about focus. It's about get more done with less movement because the conservation of energy. Where can I move resistance? What's the easiest path that still gets the result? What would this look like if it felt natural? Practical example. This is my daily life, right? I need to wake up earlier and be more disciplined, right? Or I could say, hey, how can I get a better night's sleep? How can I get a simplified morning routine? How can I remove decision fatigue? You remove decision fatigue with systems, with prepping, like meal prep. Hey, look, I don't want to think about what I'm eating for the whole week. That's a small decision. I'm gonna make that one decision on Monday, on Sunday, and then for the rest of the year, I'm eating number canned chicken. Maybe not canned chicken, but I make some, hey, canned chicken. I keep a couple of cans in the drawer now. Don't get me wrong. Now you gotta have the rations in there when you need them. This might be okay. Interpersonal mastery, hard communication. I'm trying to convince somebody. I'm in sales. And sometimes I can find myself trying to convince people not seeing it my way. I'm thinking personally, I'm thinking selfishly, right? I'm arguing with somebody, or if I'm trying to just overpower them or some kind of way. But I can go soft, but like I told you before, I'm starting to listen more. I listen more now and just find out if what I even had to sell is even gonna solve their problem. You see what I'm saying? Because sometimes people come to you and they be thinking, you know what, man, I had a customer the other day say, you know what, I think it's best if I just keep what I got because I'm gonna lose a ton of money. So you gonna lose a ton of money. But I may not make that sale, but that customer right there, and I had it done before, they may say, you know what? Hey, you shot me straight. He kept me out of some trouble. Go see that guy. I get a lot of customers that people just refer them to me because they say, hey, go see that guy. He gonna shoot you straight. We just sit down, we just talk. We just talking, man. It's just we just talking. We just going soft, right? Right? Okay, okay. Here you go right here. Ooh, I like this right here. Now this what everybody asks a salesperson, right? What's your best price? They always come out with your best price. See, I could in the past, and sometimes I still do. You try to defend the price, justify the price, or maybe push the price through. I got a soft response. Let me ask you, what matters more to you? Lowest number today or making sure you don't overpay in the long term? And that's what we're talking about. That's what we talk about. The best path, but the path of least resistance. Because the path of least resistance is worried about today. But this one decision a day, oh yeah, I may save the day, but in the long run, boom, I'm in the service department. Car breaking down. Ain't nothing going the way I want to. I can't even afford this thing. The insurance is high. Nobody told me that. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, on the EV vehicle, man, you think you're saving gas, you still have to pay the gas. You still gotta pay it to get you on your tag, man. Nobody told me. But I told you. But my daughter's definitely loving that EV for sure. She definitely loves it. Now, I lead without force. Ooh, this right here. We've been talking about gamifying this thing, right? This right here, I'm leading without force, but it says reframe the game. My daughter said she was out and she was working on this. She said, I knew this. She said she reframed a hard situation into a test. By her saying that it's a test, then now she like taking tests, right? She said, oh yeah, it's just a test. I know that at the end of this test, it's gonna be a reward. She said, Pops, hey, I did it 99%. But that 1%, the last second, I messed up. I didn't get a complete 100. So man, I said, look, you got 99? I say by any standard, 99 is a A plus. You passed the test. No, 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 I couldn't have passed the test. Could have? I said, yeah. I said, look, the devil is it make you focus on the 1%. You just helped 99 people, right? And they say that 99 people's been helped. One, you couldn't get all of them, right? Because nobody's perfect. But you're trying to be, yeah, I know ain't nobody perfect. So 100 is perfect, right? Yeah, 100 is perfect. So you're saying you're trying to be perfect. I can't be perfect. See what saying? See what we doing? She was focused. She was focused on trying to. So she said, I reframed it to a test. I said, hey, let's reframe that test to a game. She said, oh, I don't know if I can. It's gonna be tough for me to do that because I've been going hard. I've been going hard, and me going to a test, that's soft for me. And then to go to a game, that's like laying down. I said, we're gonna work on that. That's what we working on, to gamify that thing. And then say, not on switch it to a game, and then now this say go from there. Now reframe the game. Reframe it. Man, this is good stuff, man. I told you, man. I told you this question right here is soft and new hard. I told you this is gonna be the one. I told you. This is the game changer. This is the ultimate leverage right here. This is high level influence. Here's a hidden area most people miss: energy management. Hard drains energy, soft recycles energy. Forcing workouts versus choosing sustainable intensity. I've done that before. Forcing conversations versus reading and timing. I've done that before. I start asking, what gives me energy while producing results? What gives me energy right? And one of the main things that give me energy while producing results is helping others. And that's the key. I'm gonna tell you, if y'all don't know, man, the purpose on the planet is to help others. Because if you go back and you look when you went soft and helped somebody, how did you feel? And see, we get sidetracked because people come in and say, "Hey, look, but you ain't make no money. We ain't no money. We ain't make no money." I know money is important, man. But here's the deal: there's a softness out there where it's so soft that people think it's illegal. Because a lot of times, people looking at these high level execs, they ain't even breaking a sweat, and they making all that money, right? Because they done went soft, man. And they ain't got to do it the hard way or the wrong way. It's just soft. They got more software, upgraded software. Okay, this is how you scale. How does question help you leapfrog levels? Because we already established way back then, we don't have to go level by level, right? No, you ain't got to go level by level. So you got to transcend human intelligence by become mystical. I don't do that by becoming mystical. You don't have to become mystical. I do it by seeing patterns that others don't see, removing unnecessary effort, acting with precision instead of force. This is how we leapfrog. Precision. Not doing everything, but doing the right thing. See, we can be busy doing everything and doing good stuff. But a guy told me, he said, good is the enemy of great. We can't do great things if we're doing too many good things, right? Because a great thing will trump all the good things. You got to let that soak. Put some gravy on it, man. Put some gravy on it, let it soak. It's soft to do hard here, yeah. There was something feel hard. I supposed to pause and I supposed to ask myself, it's soft. Can I go soft here and go harder in this situation? What am I forcing? What will make this easier? Where can I reduce effort and increase effectiveness? Wow, I'm in. Instead of me chasing every lead, I can qualify better. Now, I was using the analogy of the goal run. See, the go for no question comes in right here. This is how I go harder by going softer, man, by reframing the game into the yes and to no's. We're going to get into that. We ain't even got into that yet, man. Come on, man. We got questions on questions coming up this year, man. We're going to be tight. All right. Qualifying better, letting the right buyers come forward. See what I'm saying? Everybody not ready right now, but the ones that are ready need to be served. I need to take care of. I need to roll out the red carpet. I need to have it dry clean. Man, it's getting dirty. But guess what? We'll just buy another one. Instead of extreme dieting, check this out. Consistent blood sugar with stable eating. My wife is always on me about this blood sugar. She don't want the spice. Keep the spice. It's got to be consistent. And then I don't have to go on no crash diet. That's soft is the new hard. So they're going hard because I can go hard. You know, folks that go hard. I heard folks that go seriously hard, but they blood sugar all over the place. Be like, man, why they ain't dropping them pounds? Man, they going hard. You know what I'm saying? Why they ain't seeing the results? I've seen that before, right? I've been one of them. Not saying that right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, right? Instead of trying to control outcomes, I'm listening deeper, responding instead of reacting, instead of consuming more information. That's what I ain't doing here. Man, see, that's my thing, right? I like consuming some information, but I need to be, yeah, this is the part I'm still working on. I'm still working on this. Applying less, but being more precise. Okay, final upgrade. The highest level of this question is, where in my life am I addicted to struggle because it makes me feel in control? Where in my life am I addicted to struggle because it makes me feel in control? That's the only thing we want to do. We want to feel like we're in control of our life some way. And that can be with cleaning. That could be with frivolous things. That can be in arguing with people. That could be, it's always way, because we always want to control stuff, especially when we're out of control in other areas and things are not going our way. You see what I'm saying? By the world standards. The world set the milestones and build the anxiety. We've been, that's the four agreements right there. That's the four agreements right there. because we've been domesticated to operate in society a certain way. That's how we keep our communities, right? But we gotta realize the domestication, and now we got, in order to help others, we can't be isolated, right? We can't be frozen in time because that's what they want. They want us to just be straight up workers and just like robots just going through the motion. But guess what? Even though you like a robot and going through the motion, the next level of hard is AI. Now you can't sit up here now. You know you can't argue with me when I say soft is the new hard. Because AI ain't nothing but soft, and ain't nothing going harder than AI. Nothing. I mean, it's crushing. It's crushing. So we gotta get soft too. Cause AI is nothing but soft, man. It ain't nothing but soft and hard. And the hardest of the hard. Man, y'all know. Now you know I'm telling you the truth. You know I'm telling you the truth. Okay. Because once you let go of that, realize ease is not laziness, flow is not weakness, softness is not the lack of discipline, it's refined power. Refined power. So we got into it, right? We got into it. Hold 1 second. Let me get the AI out. Let the AI out. Where is it? No, no, where you at now? I know you're down here somewhere. So we gonna get the AI out. This thing up. So that's what I was saying. AI is nothing but soft. A lot of us gotta. A lot of us gonna get crushed. I will tell you, man. I hadn't been in it like I said I was going to, man. I was getting overwhelmed, right? Right? I gotta get back in it. We getting back in it. You gotta get back soft, man, because I went back to hard. I resorted back to going hard in the physical. I gotta go back soft again because I had 50 years of going hard in the physical, and I don't expect in 16 questions to be back soft like a baby. All right, let's get back into it. All right, let's get the AI up and running. Let's see what she gonna say today. Let's see what she gonna say today, huh? Now, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. What's on your mind?
Okay, I want you to dissect this question and tell me its effectiveness and what makes this question so powerful. The question is soft the new hard in the progression of mental over physical and spiritual over mental?
It's a profound question.
You still there?
Yes, I'm still here. Ready when you are.
Can you answer that question?
To fully answer the question about is soft the new hard and its effectiveness, it requires examining the shift from purely physical and dominant traits to valuing psychological and spiritual strengths. The question is powerful because it challenges traditional definitions of strength, prompting a reevaluation of what truly drives progress and fulfillment in individuals and society. The effectiveness lies in its depth, connecting personal values to broader culture.
Well, I mean, what are you saying, right? I mean, we still here. We got it in there. Can you continue on? How can you apply that to yourself?
You can apply that concept to yourself in many ways. It involves prioritizing personal development and balance. This means recognizing the value of emotional intelligence, empathy, and self care as true forms of strength, not
Hey,
weak.
what about you? How can you apply it to yourself as an AI? Come on.
That's correct.
Man, I'm about to come up with something, man. Next week, we're going to come up with something. I'm going soft on this solution right here instead of going hard. This hardware is old. I got to go softer. That's what I got to do. So, next question. That's the question that we're going to be going and using for next week. Is soft the new hard? And I got to apply that in every situation next week to prove it out that it is true and then figure out how I can go even softer in order to go harder. So that's my question. What's your question? Peace out. Love you.
I just level up the stage. Go! Levier.